Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Disposable Legends, a book I was so hyped for because you ready? Terry Mayo. He writes The Wicked Righteous, which is a lot of fun. At least it was the first time I read it. I probably should read it back again and make sure my opinion's still the same, but he's also a pretty cool guy. I think I'm officially on the record as offering to buy him a drink or buy dinner or something if I ever run into him at a con. Anyway, this is a book I could not get. Finally, I was like, to my dude at Graham Crackers, I'm like, man, can you get me this thing? He's like, I've never heard of it. Let me put it on the list. And he put it on the list, and boom, I got it. And whatever else is coming out, I'm supposed to get. So that's awesome. I don't know how many issues this is supposed to be. So we start off. The Blues versus the Grays. And we see something about these people, about these characters. And then they're all famous generals. You got General Hooker, General Grant. The other side, General Lee. And then General Grant kills himself. And this is great. We just kind of jump right into the story, and we're not told anything. We're just, boom, you're here, go, run with it. No background. We get a little background with the interactions here. General Hooker is a jerk, which is pretty in keeping with his character, really. We get some conspiracy stuff from the people running the League, where they clone all these historical figures. Ratings have fallen, so they need something new. So they got something new. It's Vlad Tepes' Dracula. And that ends with a fight between Dracula's crew and Richard the Lionheart and some knights. And it's good, man. I have zero complaints about the book. The art is nice everywhere. The writing is nice. Everything kind of has like it's approached not like to a typical Western comic. The way it just kind of threw us in and doesn't explain things and just expects us as human beings to be smart enough to actually interpret things feels really like a manga. And in places, the art kind of reminds me like of manga when it's colorized, like her hair and her face, like this. It's really good. It's a pretty book. It's an action-packed book. It's a book that promises some depth. There's a lot of good stuff going on in this. You can see Al Capone on the cover here. That's important because Al Capone, he gets a little reveal on the last page, so he's going to be in future issues or something. Like, there's so much good stuff. All these historical figures fighting each other, killing each other. It's a great time. It is tons of fun. And if you can get your comic shop to order it, order it. I think you will like it. If you are a human being who enjoys fun, if you are a person who thinks to themselves, boy, I'd like a comic book that's a little different. Boom! It's right here. It's right here. Anytime you see the name Terry Mayo on a book, you know the writing's going to be pretty good. And it just turns out here that the writing is coupled with some really nice art that I just enjoy. I'm sure if I sat down and I started looking at it more deeply, I'd find stuff to nitpick. But I don't want to. When something is good enough that you don't want to nitpick it, it's really hard to talk about it because you just start singing its praises. And that's all I have here. I'm trying to avoid spoiling anything. I'm trying to avoid showing off too much of the book. I feel like I've showed you too many pages already. Disposable Legends. This is like a sleeper hit, man. I can't believe any publisher out there would pass this book up because this is great. It absolutely is. All right. There. I went all hagiographical or however that's pronounced on this book. It's fantastic. $3.99 TPub Publishing, which I think is British. So if you try to order it, you know, for something other than Diamond or a comic book store, you might run into some extra shipping costs. Bye-bye, everybody. Check the book out. It is so much fun. I'm just kind of waiting to see who they throw in this arena next and how it's all going to circle back to topple the people running the show, because that's how this kind of story tends to be written, you know? Bye-bye.